Hi, comic book friends. I'm Travis, and it's New Comic Book Day. Yay! Or at least New Comic Book Day for me. Actually, the post office was right on top of it. I got these books on Thursday. It's Friday. I'm actually getting around to talk about it now. So, Comic Book Roundtable this weekend. Hopefully, I will be on at least. Sleepy Reader has offered to come on multiple times. Of course, the last few times I have not been available, but I don't know if he's available this week or not. But I will be on. I'll be talking comics. I will be power reading today and tomorrow to have comics to talk about. But yeah, I'll be talking comics. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, let's talk about what I got this week in books. It is telling me my invoice here, 13 issues. Let's see what all we got. Monstrous, issue number what? 22? Yes, 22. Continues a wonderful story. Rich art. As I always say about this book, it doesn't move super fast, but it... I don't know. It's really, really rich. Really enjoy it. And they are not going to let you forget that it was a winner of 5 Eisners in 2018. Next up, we have Miles Morales Spider-Man. Issue number what? 6. See what's going on. Is this like a new Vulture? I don't think so. We'll find out who she is. Should be some fun. I have been enjoying Miles Morales Spider-Man. Not like rivetingly cool, but it's clearly for a different age bracket than what I am, I think. So, love that cover. Martian Manhunter number 5. Love where it's pushing down and grabbing a hold of the title. That's pretty cool. You must answer for your crimes on Mars. I appreciate the talking on the cover. Don't appreciate this on the cover. The different creators or whoever telling me why I should be reading Martian Manhunter. Like Andy Kubrick is going to give me a reason to be... Anyway. Yeah. Yes. Justice League Dark. Issue number 11. New Justice. When does that become New Justice? I don't remember that being there. As always, I'm looking forward to Justice League Dark. I love all the magic people. Trying to think. I think we're starting a new storyline. I can't remember. I know I enjoy this, and I know as soon as I open it up and start reading it, I'll remember what's going on. Yeah. Oh, because, I know. Didn't like the last issue of this was the Fates and the other wizards of order were pretty much wiping out magic, right? That's what was going on. So I don't remember that, though. Ooh, got the yawns. I am tired, folks. It's been a long week. Issue 6. We're halfway through the Freedom Fighters. They have resurrected or awakened Overman, who is basically the equivalent of what looks like Superman, except he exclusively fights for the Nazis. So we'll see how that works out, or the Razzies, as they call them in here. I wish they'd just call them Nazis, but a fun beat 'em up, punch 'em up type comic book of your kind of somewhat standard superhero fare. Eddie Barrow's artwork is excellent in this as far as the 4-color superhero book goes, for sure. Detective Comics, issue 1004, Arkham Breakout. We now know who the Arkham Knight is. Yawn. And that's not a yawn because I'm tired. It's a yawn because I'm not that interested. The Arkham Breakout, there's some great characters in this that I like. So they're actually breaking out of Arkham. I don't know. They actually, presumably, they're all fighting for the night that they're gonna, I don't know, bring day to Gotham. Thing is the army is mostly the bad guys of Gotham. So I don't know. Not sure what I think of that, to be honest with you. Issue 3 of Invisible Kingdom. Looks like in this issue, by the cover anyway, that are two different stories kind of mesh here. We have a guy who basically is a transport person. He is basically the equivalent of a space-wide version of Amazon. He transports stuff for Amazon. He finds out that the boxes are empty. There's a kind of a fake invoice with money being shuffled around. Meanwhile, our nun of this religious group, who's all about piety and all that sort of stuff, is doing the books for like the head of the church, and she finds out that the church is in cahoots with Amazon, and there's some money shuffling going on. It seems all very shady as opposed to being this very righteous and religious sort of thing. So I'm assuming that the two stories start to mingle in this issue. This is an interesting and enjoyable G. Willow Wilson book. Brilliant Kristen Ward on art. Ooh, Ghost Tree, issue number 2. I really liked issue number 1. It's got this interesting idea of this family generationally. You'd be able to see the dead and basically speak for the ghosts. And there's this whole kind of tree thing. This character shows up at the very end of it. I am all about this for the Simon Gain artwork. I love this guy's style. It's very cool. Makes me deeply miss They're Not Like Us, because of course did the art in that, and I really like that a lot. So looking forward to issue number 2 of this, to see this kid that's come back after promising his grandfather that he'd come back 15 years later or whatever, and he has. Of course, his grandfather has passed. He's now a young adult trying to figure out his own life, and he's got a lot of things going on in his life. A wife that potentially is leaving him, and a lot of that sort of things going on. And of course, he's being sucked into this whole seeing the dead and seeing ghosts, and wants to spend more time chatting with them necessarily than with his family and what's going to go on. I don't know. Issue 2 of Faithless. This is a Paul Pope cover. I can actually show you this cover. If you remember correctly, the first issue of Faithless, I got the erotic version, and it was very, very graphic. Not something I would normally show on YouTube because I don't want my channel banned. So yeah, Faithless, an erotic deception of faith, sex, and the devil in the tradition of a divine comedy. I don't know if all of that was in the first issue of this Boom Studio book. I was intrigued. It's one of those books where I'm picking it up for the art. The Marla Lovett art I really like. Brian Leslie can write a really good story, so that's not a bad thing either. There's quite a few books now. I'm really picking them up for the art. For the longest time, it really has been the writer, the story. But there's been some really great artists that just have their own unique style, and I enjoy that so much. It's so refreshing in comics that I tend to gravitate towards that stuff too. So I am kind of in the point where whatever this artist is doing comic book wise, I attempt to pick it up just because I find it different and interesting and whatnot. So we'll see what goes on with this. Our main character Faith has kind of encountered this woman who seems a bit intriguing. She's part of this kind of jet set artist type lifestyle that maybe she might be interested in. So she's kind of falling deep into one of their parties potentially. So looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like. Bone Parish issue number 9. This is going to 12. We're still have the 3 groups putting pressure on each other. This family from Louisiana, from New Orleans, that have created the ash drug, and then the cartels and the mafia both trying to squeeze in to get control of that one way or another. Yeah, I've really been enjoying it. It's been interesting. Got to quit using the word interesting, right? And curious. I need to find new words for those things. Anyway, issue number 21 of Animosity. What is next? So I do know that Jesse, our main character, our main human character, has been bitten by some snakes, a bunch, on purpose to basically go into a hallucinatory state to try and maybe talk to God to find out why suddenly all of animals were transformed or awakened into the state where they can talk like humans and think like humans and all of that. Has she been bitten too much? Because it is poison. It'll be not curious, not interesting, but intriguing. Intriguing. We use the word intriguing. Intriguing to see what happens. Batgirl, issue number 35. I think this is the end, the cage match against the Terrible Trio. These people who wear animal masks that look very real. A vulture, a fox, and a shark. They're these small-time crime boss that are kind of taking over where the other crime families have slowly fallen aside, being crunched by the Bat family. And they've kind of run into Batgirl. And so clearly conflict going on there. We'll see how that plays out. I think this is the end of this. I think coming in after this is Cecilia on writing duties, who is currently writing The Furies. She wrote Shade the Changing Girl and Shade the Changing Woman. Is going to be taking over the book for a while. But I've enjoyed this. Marguerite Scott has not been bad. It's been fairly enjoyable, and I really like these characters. They're interesting. Yeah, I said interesting again. Deal with it. Books of Magic, issue number 8. You're wandering through the magic realms, trying to find their way back, trying to find the answers they need to. Tommy and Timmy. Actually, it's Timothy, right? Tim? It's Tim? Not Tommy. I'm thinking the Who. Tim and his teacher are wandering through the realms, trying to find some answers. Really enjoyed it. Some great artwork by Tom Fowler. Finishes by Brian Chirilla is doing the inks on it. They're a good match. Jordan Boyd doing colors. Good stuff. That is it. I'll get back into the swing of doing these things right. A little more exciting, hopefully, as we get into the summer months and I actually get some real sleep and can function like a normal human being. But now I'm off to go read last week's books so I can talk about them tomorrow night on Comic Book Roundtable. Have a great one, everybody.